There was a time when I believed that being a parent was like living in two oppositional realities. The world of being an adult, a parent with endless responsibilities and tasks to complete. Then there was another, a place where curiosity lived and creativity bloomed and I could just be a human. These worlds were always at war with one another. Little did I know that this very belief was keeping me in a state of constant anxiety and stress that always led to frustration with my children. And I felt guilty all the time because I didn't want to be the villain in their childhood memories. Do you ever feel like this? I'm sure we've all been in the boat of trying to complete a task with constant interruptions, questions, pats on the arm, children grabbing items off the counter. Sometimes the constant calls for mama just blend into the background until every sound becomes overlapping noise. I was astronomically overwhelmed and it was constant. I prayed for patience over and over through tears of guilt, but it was like the more that I prayed, the more my patience was tested. I started to feel like God wasn't listening, but spoiler alert, that wasn't the case at all. The answer to that prayer just wasn't what I was expecting. If any of this resonates with you, I hope that you will take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more encouragement in your motherhood journey. And I pray that you'll stick around to hear what God taught me in this season, because I truly believe that this will be helpful for all mothers out there. If you're a believer, you likely know that the Bible refers to Satan as the god of this world in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. This really couldn't be more obvious in modern society. This world has spoken so many lies about children. It paints them as a nuisance, loud, messy, thieves of our freedom. When you're in a role that demands selflessness, it's easy to look through your life with that lens. I know I did. Sometimes, motherhood felt like a life sentence, and no amount of patience was going to change that, and God knew it. So while I was praying for patience, God was working behind the scenes to change my heart, and to remove the veil that was causing me to view my role as a burden. He allowed me to become overwhelmed to the point where all I had was to turn to His word for truth. God says in Psalms chapter 127 that children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward to Him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is a man whose quiver is full of them. Throughout the Bible, God describes children as a reward, and that truth changed everything for me. I'd unknowingly been viewing them as an obstacle. And what God showed me was that my children weren't trying to interrupt me the way I believed they were. They weren't hindering my productivity. They just wanted to be a part of the task that I was so desperately trying to complete. I was shutting them out. Not because I'm terrible, as I once believed I was. I was just trying to be efficient. My need for perfection forced me into the belief that the only way to do that was to do things myself. I didn't want the extra mess. I just wanted it to get it done and move on. I was chasing the destination instead of living in the moment, and those perceived interruptions were not interruptions at all. It was my children wanting to live in that moment with me, and they were inviting me into their world too. It's so easy to fall into the trap of speed and productivity that sometimes what's most important slips through the cracks. That is why you see my children in every one of my videos. Chairs pulled up to the counter, tiny hands in dough, and holding wooden spoons. And my life became so much more peaceful and fun since I let go of that need for perfection. Sauce can be wiped from the stovetop, and flour on the floor can be swept, and fallen food will inevitably be eaten by our dog. But this time of them being little and wanting to help will pass like everything else. There will come a day when they will wake up and be out the door. They'll jump on their bikes and go hang out with their friends. Right now is the time that I need to be present with them. This season showed me that what we want or think we need isn't always what will grow us most. God sees what we can't, and sometimes He allows us to sit in that discomfort and uncertainty so that we can understand what truly matters. And slowing down changed everything for me. It shifted my focus back to my home, my children, and the life unfolding right in front of me. By releasing control and inviting my children into my everyday world, I found more peace, more clarity, and a deeper trust that God was guiding us exactly where we need to be. So if you're walking through something similar, maybe what you need isn't an exit. Maybe it's not more patience, more time, or more strength either. Maybe it's permission to slow down, to stop bracing, and to notice the life that's already there. To let your children into your days instead of trying to get through them. And in that stillness, and in that discomfort, that's often where God does His deepest work.